This is a Beanbag Chair Media production.
Welcome to Anime Noise.
I'm Garrett. I'm a performing musician by trade, graduated with a bachelor's degree in music production, and have been binging anime for almost 2 decades.
And I'm Emily. I'm a classically trained violinist and have been indulging in the animes since I was a wee little human.
And this is an anime review podcast, where we help the new viewer decide where they want to start while taking the superfan on a deep dive into the overlooked realm of music and sound effects. Hello, anime family, and welcome back to another episode of Anime Noise. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense.
Thanks.
I feel like you're faking it till you make it today.
That's right. Every day, all day.
Yeah, Emily had a pretty late night last night.
It wasn't even that late. I got off actually early, but I walked at least 6 miles yesterday just at work.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Actually, it was like speed walking. I'd say even running at some points.
Well, no wonder you're tired.
I'm exhausted. But here we are.
And
it didn't stop Saitama from getting shit done. So I'm going to get shit done.
That's fucking right. We are going to channel our inner Saitama and bring you the episode today. We are covering One Punch Man Season 1.
Yeah, which now I want to watch Season 2.
I know, me too. I wanted to start that right away. Yeah, One Punch Man has always been one of my favorites. I love just the satire of it. It's all about, it's mostly, I feel like, making fun of Goku or just anime like that, you know?
I just saw something on the Austin Anime Alliance, or maybe it was the baddies of anime. And it was like something about people who cheat, like have cheated and copied like other anime. So somebody was like, Yu Yu Hakusho, but then like the people who copied, it's just Naruto. And I like commented in the thing and I was like, I just feel like with shonen, there's lack of originality, but
I saw something very similar to that too, except it was Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
And Naruto was ripping off of Hunter x Hunter. And I feel like, yeah, you're right. It's maybe some inspiration.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say ripping off. I didn't recognize, I didn't see the obvious parallels between any characters in particular.
No. And, it's kind of, and I commented in the thing and I was like, I don't really care. Like, I assume that if it's a shonen anime, that it's probably going to be almost the same, different plots, different characters, of course. And I was like, at this point, I don't really compare animes. I just compare the OSTs.
And I feel like anybody who's said that, or if anybody complains about that, don't watch a Marvel movie ever.
Seriously. They're all the same.
They're all the same. So, but we love them anyway, because they're still fucking great. Even though they're predictable, sometimes they catch us off guard.
Not that we're caught up in the Marvel universe right now.
That's true. That's cool. That gives us plenty to binge.
Yeah, we got a lot to binge already.
Yeah. We need to get back out of this anime world. Just kidding. We're going to stay here forever.
Forever.
All right, let's get into the credentials of One Punch Man, shall we?
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah. Take it away.
All right. So Season 1 aired as a part of the fall 2015 season from October to December. This one came out as a webcomic that ran from 2009 and it is still going. And then it was also the remake and it was released in 2012 and is also still running. I don't know how that works. Someone explain this to me because I'm very confused. However, it has 12 episodes, easy watch, 24 minutes each, follows the action, sci-fi, parody, and comedy genres.
Oh, yeah. And it's definitely funny. It cracks me up all the time. I don't know. I don't know what this whole webcomic thing is. I guess we should look up a little bit more about manga and webcomics. We just mostly focus on the anime, obviously.
Music,
Yeah.
Kind of can't listen
really
to
have
music and manga.
And webcomics or manga. But if you haven't seen it, or even if you have, we're going to give you a little summary here. Saitama, a superhero with unrivaled strength, can defeat any opponent with a single punch, but seeks to find a worthy opponent after growing bored by lack of a challenge due to his overwhelming strength.
I did a pretty good job on that summary, huh?
Yeah. Are these all yours? You didn't rip them off of the main page?
No,
or
I hardly ever rip them off, except if it's from the manga, because I can't really come up with anything else.
Well, that was a great summary.
Thanks.
Pretty straightforward and exactly what this entire show is.
Yes.
So this show was licensed by Viz Media. It was created in the studio Madhouse, and it was directed by Shingo Natsume. He has also done things like Boogie Pop and Others, Space Dandy, ACCA, 13 Territory Inspection Department, and other various roles in anime such as Naruto Shippuden, Cardcaptor Sakura, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Gurren Lagann, etc. All kinds of things.
And the sound director, Shoji Hata, which we discussed in Darling in the Franxx. The sound effects were done by Toshiya Wada, who did Hunter x Hunter's sound effects. And then we've got the original manga creator, One, all capital letters, the word One. He also wrote Mob Psycho 100, Monster of Earth, and Cockroaches Buster. I don't know what that is, but I'm intrigued.
Cockroaches Buster? I feel like maybe he was, I don't know when that came out, but it reminds me of the episode of One Punch Man where he's trying to kill the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
You just can't get it. I wonder if it's similar, but it's only about cockroaches. And every episode, he's just trying to chase one down.
Right. So the webcomic after the original webcomic, so the remake had the illustrations done by Yusuke Murata. He did Eye Shield 21, the Japanese edition of Spider-Verse, Monster of Earth, and fun fact, he is a fan of and inspired by Goku's battles with Piccolo and Frieza.
And that makes a lot of sense because I'm pretty sure this is episode 1.
Where the first
purple-looking
villain,
Piccolo, except he's like way more jacked, like dramatically
and
more
like
jacked.
Blue or purple, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's purple Piccolo.
Purple Piccolo.
Purple Piccolo. Yeah.
All right. Well, that finishes up on the credentials. I think it's fucking time to move on to the business.
The business? The fucking music?
The business. The music.
Let's do it. Opening number 1, The Hero, which I'm going to butcher this, I'm sorry, but Ikoreru Ken ni Hono o Sukeru. I think I got that close, hopefully. Set fire to the furious fists by the Jam Project, episodes 1 through 12. It was released in 2015 as a single, and also on their album Thunderbird. It peaked at number 19 on the Oricon. I feel like it could have gotten higher than that.
I feel
But it's not a pop
the
song.
same way.
The song was composed by Hironobu Kageyama and was arranged by the composer Makoto Miyazaki. The Jam Project formed in 2000 and was founded by veteran singer Ichiro Mizuki, who has recorded over 1,200 tracks specifically for Japanese TV, film, and video games. That's a fuckload.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The group is made up of various artists from the anime industry. JAM is an acronym for Japanese Animation Song Makers. I like how they put animation song was one word.
Yep.
When Anime News Network referred to their songs as being heroic and asked what are the qualities of a hero and what makes a person heroic, one of the band members said this. And I kind of agree with him on this one.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite characters in the whole show.
I figured you'd like this out of...
I'm glad you added this.
Yeah.
I have a definition of what it is to be a hero. In One Punch Man, there's a character called Moomin Rider. I don't think he said it like that,
You
but
did not.
I like saying his name like that. He's just too much of a badass. And there's this line of his that really impressed me. He said that he will go up against any enemy even though he knows he will be beaten. He still chooses to go up against him. I was very impressed and moved by that statement and feel that it is really the definition of a hero. I read a lot of manga from Shonen Jump and see how the characters go through hard training and then finally beat their enemies. So that sense of being diligent and not giving up is the Japanese image of what a hero is.
I love it.
Me too. Jam Project has also been a part of Crush Gear Tubo, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Transformers, the animated series, and Garo franchise, and Super Robot Wars.
I think I made a typo. I'm pretty sure it's Crush Gear Turbo, but who knows?
That's probably right. Actually, that sounds better. Crush Gear Turbo. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, that was my fault. My bad.
God damn it, Emily.
I
Get
know.
your shit together.
I was typing it so fast. I also called it Daring in the Franxx, not Darling in the Franxx.
Daring in the Franxx.
Daring in the
I mean, they get pretty daring in those Franxx.
All right, I think it's time to listen to the music.
Yes! I want to be a Saikuo Hero.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you're goddamn right. Here it is. The hero. Nailed it.
Got it. What an iconic theme song. Like, I think anybody who hasn't seen One Punch Man knows this song.
Yeah.
And I love how the opening sequence, like, goes through, like, a bunch of villains. Like, it just sums up the entire anime. He's just, like, punches all of them out and just moves on. Hone in on the fist.
Yes. When they zoom in on, like, just
the fist.
The animation, not only in the opener, just the whole show is amazing. But this song in particular just fits so well.
Incredibly. And I love that it was arranged by the composer because it stayed very cohesive with the rest of the OST.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tatsumaki. I love that. I love that when he's like,
Yeah, that song fucking kicks ass. I love that song. And I remember when I first watched One Punch Man and just knew I was going to like it because of that fucking song.
Yeah.
I mean, the first episode is also hilarious.
Right there. That's a hype.
The guitar tones are amazing. It's heavy. Like, you need some heavy hard rock for this type of anime.
Yeah. And I love that this anime sneaks in the comedy because based on the intro, you would not know that it's like a parody or a comedy.
That's true.
You know, so I love that it's a very subtle parody comedy thing. It's not like in your face, but it is at the same time. It's very strange.
It's like they just really latch on to that whole stereotypical hero anime or manga. And the whole backstory thing, like when Saitama meets Genos for the first time, or when Genos comes over to his place and is like telling him his whole backstory. And Saitama's like, can you keep it to 10 words or less, please?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to hear. I love that scene because you don't realize that it's a parody until Genos starts to speed up his talking.
Yeah.
And he's just starting to talk in circles. And he's like, that's when I became a cyborg. And I had to do experimental shit to beat up the cyborg that killed me. And then this cyborg. And then I went and got my experimental shit done to me. And he just talks in circles until Saitama just freaks out on him.
Yeah, I just enjoy, I love how, like, it's not like every other hero anime in a sense because Saitama's just, like, trying to go on about his normal life. He used to work in a grocery store, so that's why he loves going to the grocery store. Like, he's a normal fucking person, just happens to be a hero, like, that nobody knows about.
He doesn't really know how he got his strength other than what he trained, you know, what he thinks or how he thinks he got it. Yeah, no, this song is really awesome. I love the the guitar tone that they have and the bass tone they have is really killer. The drums sounded amazing. And the singer just
kills it.
He blows us all out of the water.
Nailed it.
So much emotion in that shit. Way to go, Jam Project.
way to go. You got so much experience under your belt. I would be disappointed if this turned out bad.
Yeah, right. Now, before we get into the lyrics, I have to say, whenever I listen to the Japanese version of this song, I guess it's only the Japanese version. There's not an English version of it. Whenever I hear the Japanese lyrics and I hear him singing it, I always replace it with my own words. Like, I just sing what it sounds like he's singing in English. Like that whole line, "What about tomorrow night?" Now I want to know what he's actually singing.
Well, not that.
Yeah, obviously. Bring on the lyrics.
All right. So obviously the first two lines are in English. 1 punch, 2, 3, 2, 1, kill shot. So it says, "I'm here, victory assured, total invincibility. What'd you say? Frustration? I never stop. 1 punch, it's done. Another battle, another one. Shout out. I always triumph. Total victory. Power, get the power to the last ultimate edge." And then, of course, we get to the chorus. "Hero, applause or voices raised in praise. I don't need any of them. Hero, that's why no one knows I fight evil in secret. Nobody knows who he is."
Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, these lyrics just fit.
They fit. It's made for this.
It's made for this.
It's made for this.
It is very much made.
Oh, yes. And at the very end, yeah, you're right. Thinking about the groceries again. He's holding a bag of groceries, walking home.
But in the last line is, "I want to be the strongest hero," with his discounted groceries.
With his discounted groceries. That's right. Well, yeah, I would say it fucking fits the anime.
Yeah, 100%.
Without a doubt.
100% A+ from me.
Fucking ching.
Fucking ching.
Cool. Well, let's move on to the ending. Emily, take it in. Take it in. Take it out.
Take it in.
Take it up. Take it in.
Oh. We gonna start singing that song?
Yeah, no, we're not.
Okay. All right. First ending. Hoshi yorisaki ni mitsukete ageru.
There you go.
There we go. "I'll Find You Sooner Than the Stars" by Hiroko Moriguchi. This covers episodes 1 through 11. It was released November 2015 as a single and then will be on the album Aoi Inochi, which will be released August of this year and is her first studio album since 1997.
Damn.
This one peaked at number 57 on the Oricon.
That sounds about right.
And it was composed and arranged by Kenichi Maiyamada. He worked closely with the Makoto Miyazaki. So he is credited as one of the composers, but he just worked on the endings.
Oh, he only worked on the endings?
He only worked on the endings.
Both of them?
No, the
Just
first
this one?
one. Yeah, just this one and the second one.
That's what I said, both of them.
Oh, yes, sorry. I thought you meant the previous.
No,
intro.
not the opening.
I
Just
gotcha.
both endings.
I gotcha. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Hiroko Moriguchi. So that's her stage name. However, when her career first began in 1982, she went by her actual name, which is Hiromi Hanamura. She has had some shortcomings in terms of hit songs. She had a huge hit with her debut single in 1985, and then it took her until 1991 to come out with a chart-topping hit. In the meantime, she was a gravure model to supplement her music career. You want to know what that is?
Yeah.
It's those ladies that are on the covers of men's magazines.
What do you mean? Like pinup ladies?
Kind of like pinup ladies, but more like swimsuit models, like sexy women who are in men geared magazines.
I see.
Yeah.
And she was a 90s gravure model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the sexiest era.
No.
Not. But I'm sure she looks super hot.
Yeah.
Now I want to find those magazines.
Oh.
For research purposes.
For research purposes. All right. In 2012, she joined the female trio Blooming Girls, which is still active. And then in 2019, she released Gundam Song Covers. It's an album to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the Gundam franchise. This album was her first top 10 album since 1991. So from 1991 to 2019, that was 28 years.
Well, I'm glad she got the shot to do this.
That crazy.
That is crazy.
All right. She has been featured in the Aim for the Best OAV, Legendary Armors, Samurai Troopers, a large number of the Mobile Suit Gundam features and Ronin Warriors OAVs. O's and A's are confusing today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your brain.
I don't know. Ish foggy.
It's all foggy. All right, well, let's take a listen to it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Cool. Now, I do love the reverb that they put on her voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The song is super monotonous.
It is pretty monotonous.
And very simple. Like, there's really not a whole lot about it that's, like, sounds very different.
The production value is good, though. Really good. Like, all the instruments and stuff that they use were great choices for this song. It's just a really cheesy kind of pop ballad. And I think it adds that level of irony similar to the opening and closing of Detroit Metal City.
Yeah.
Where that outro is just super cheesy and the opening's super badass.
Yeah. When we get into lyrics, this song actually kind of becomes oxymoronic.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's very opposite of the story. Like, it shouldn't actually fit.
I think it's weird, too, this whole, like, rain scene in the animation.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking for the ending.
The ending is just so generic that it could fit with any anime.
Yeah.
There was no characters that you saw in that. It's just scenes, a cat.
It's just scenes.
It's only scenes.
Yeah, like aesthetic scenes.
Yeah, you have a light coming on in an apartment. You have
and a cat sitting outside of a window.
A bus that's parked, and you're like viewing the inside of the bus, and it's raining on the outside of it, and you see the sun peeking behind the clouds.
Yeah.
It's all just very, very generic stuff. So maybe it's just showing the world that Saitama lives in when he's not fucking beating it to hell.
Destroying all the cities.
Yeah. It is a super cheesy song. I mean, you got all those chimes and shit in there. It starts out with chimes, essentially.
Yep.
And you even have the little, I think their chimes are like really, really, really high-pitched bells. And they follow her vocals, like the syllables.
Yep.
It is the definition of cheese. But it shouldn't fit. I guess let's find the lyrics and see if it actually does.
No.
It doesn't?
I think they were trying for something.
Or it does for satire?
That's what I'm thinking, is that they put it in here to be like complete opposite of what's actually happening. This is a love song.
It's a love song.
It's a love song. The first line is, "Hey, come home soon, okay? On this night when my sighs sway the crescent moon, I close my eyes and all of my thoughts are of you. I want to meet, I want to cry. This romantic mood, I'm sending them all to you. I mean, I've always known how hard you've been working. The one I love is so very strong, it makes me worry more. So show me your faults, me alone. I promise I'll find you before the stars do. Come straight home, okay? Please come home soon." It's like the non-existent girlfriend of Saitama telling him
it's
to come
not the
home soon.
non-existent girlfriend of Saitama. I figured out who it's about. It's about Genos. It's Genos singing to Saitama.
Yeah, but they're with each other half the time.
No, I'm joking. I don't know how this fits in. I think it's just for satire. It really shouldn't. They could have picked any song for this, essentially.
Yeah.
I think it's just for satire. That's the only thing I can come up with.
This would be a good scenario for us to do that thing that we've been wanting to do with picking different other endings for another show.
Oh, like a little OP or ending swap?
Yeah, so like if we took like this one would work probably for like My Hero Academia with her talking to his mom talking to Deku. And then I bet one of the endings from My Hero Academia would work for One Punch Man because they're about being heroes and like
That's
working
true.
together and shit like that.
Interesting. Yeah, we could try that out. I just think that this outro is just I don't know what to put. I don't know if it gets the buzzer or if it gets the cha-ching, because I do enjoy the satire of it, and I like the fact that it brings you out of a super violent anime
Yeah.
in a very relaxing love song kind of way.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a B.
You're going to give it a B.
I'm going to give it a B because there's a certain degree of how something fits. And I'm not convinced, but I am convinced that they did it for satire.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give it an A because I'm very confused as to where this love interest is coming from.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe we'll find out in season 2.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Doubtful.
I guess it gets both sound effects.
Yeah.
Because it really shouldn't fit. They could have done something better. But I don't hate it either, and I think it's funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. All right.
That's that.
Well, ending number 2.
Ending number 2 is
for one episode.
is just on one episode. It actually they played, or they say dialogue over the top of the song. We are going to play that version of it. Actually, we're going to play the one without the dialogue, but we do have the dialogue, or that video with the dialogue in it, in our YouTube playlist. So if you want to listen to both, you can, but we're just going to listen to the music on this round. Before we get into it, though, this song is Kanashimi Tachi wo Dakishimete, Holding These Sorrow by Hiroko Moriguchi. It only appears on episode 12, and it is on the same single as the previous ending, and it's also on the OST.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's play it. I actually really like this song. I hope you guys do too.
It's that guitar.
It's the soulful, bluesy, not quite gospel guitar.
明日への風に乗って悲しみたちを抱きしめて
Her vocals are loud
She
as
has
fuck.
such a pretty voice.
She has a very pretty voice.
そしてまた進もう世界を回り続けてやがて消えぬ痛みを知るそれでも今目を閉じて思い出が微笑みに変わる希望がそれを叶えるいつの間にか日が傾けば眠りに包まれて
The strings are super pretty.
Oh, yeah. It's like the perfect orchestral group to have do this outro.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of a string section and like any kind of section is to sound in unison, and they do a very good job of like sounding like one person playing just with multiple instruments.
And I was wondering, like, where or why they chose to make her vocals so loud. To me, that's a pretty loud mix. I think that it's probably because the strings are so loud, and you want to get the most out of the strings. You want to hear the dynamics, and you want to hear everything that is happening with the player and the string section. And when you have that many strings doing all that intricate stuff, you need to have the vocals sit right on top of it so it doesn't take away from the vocals.
Washed out.
But I love that song. That guitar, that sort of guitar tone is just beautiful.
Yeah, no, it is.
I love that soulful guitar tone. Great fucking job.
Good job.
Good fucking job. Let's get into some lyrics.
Because you
Does it
needed
fit?
our approval.
I think this fits better than the other one.
Yeah, the lyrics fit better too. Not incredibly better, but better.
Let's hear them.
Riding upon the wind towards tomorrow, holding on to all these sorrows. I'll be fine. Maybe I'll just rest a bit, but then I've got to keep going. The world continues spinning on and on. Before long, I'll know an ache that never ends, but even so, I'll close my eyes. And my memories will all become smiles. Hope alone can make it possible. Before I know what's happened, the sun has set and I find myself wrapped up in sleep. Memories become my smiles, and all I'll keep is the joy of finding you. But when I've put it somewhere safe, I'll say farewell and softly wave goodbye.
Okay.
Now, I like that this is the only song, the last song. It's like they made it with a purpose. The last word is goodbye.
That's true.
And it's the last episode of the season. So it fits cohesively with the storyline, but it's still going back with like the first outro, which talks about having someone wanting you to come home and missing you and stuff like that.
It's got to be Genos.
I mean, at this point, it has to be. There is no love interest other than Genos loving Saitama.
That's right. Well, I think that the music as a whole and where they put it, that'll get a yes from me.
Yeah, same. I give it an A.
An A?
An A.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody, are you ready for a brand new segment? We are calling Guess That Sound Effect.
It's going to be great. This is your chance to win a $20 Amazon gift card. That's like a ton of anime stickers.
That's a ton of anime stickers.
Or to rent One Punch Man.
Or to rent One Punch Man. Or, I don't know what you could buy with $20 on Amazon.
You can buy
get
quite
lots
a bit.
Of things.
Yep.
Okay, so here's how it's going to work. We are going to play you a sound effect, and you guys are going to DM us the answer on Instagram. We'll even put out a little story with a response prompt on it so you can send it to us via the story or just directly message us.
Yep. Either way will work. We'll accept answers on both ends. As long as you get it right, we'll enter you into the raffle and you have a chance to win it. So, ready to play that sound effect, Garrett?
I am fucking ready. Here it comes, coming at you right now.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's right. So tag your friends, send us a message, have them send us a message, and you can win $20.
Yep.
That's
easy
it.
as that.
Let's move on to our favorite segment, the reason we're all fucking here, shall we?
Let's do it.
Sweet. OST.
Let's get into this because we got a lot to talk about.
Yes,
all
this
right.
OST has probably my favorite album title.
Oh, yeah.
Of any of the OSTs we've seen so far. It is called One Take Man, as if they did this entire OST in one take. Those fucking one take Jakes. It was released in January of 2016 on the Lantis label. It has 46 tracks, including the TV-sized versions of the openers and closers. And it runs about an hour, just a little over an hour. The composer, Makoto Miyazaki, has been active in the industry since 2003. He's also a part of an Anisong music unit called, was it No Name?
No Name.
Since,
but spelled like you don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. No Name. Since 2016, and he's also worked on Fairy Gone, Dorohedoro, the openers and closers, Dragon Crisis, and The Idolmaster. I haven't seen any of those.
Nope.
Well, let's get into our fucking notes.
Let's do it.
Overall notes for the score, I have quite a few. I love the score. It is super raw with subtle but important use of digital timbres like dubstep and bass wobbles and the, DJ digital percussion and shit like that. They use this really cool mixing method that I find they use it a lot in this OST. They throw the rhythm or the foundation phrasing or the rhythm guitar in the left speaker, and they build everything around it. Like all the ornate stuff usually comes out of the right, and then as they progress through the piece, they kind of, give it more energy and have the panning moving side to side. But usually that rhythm just stays right in that left speaker, which I thought was an interesting trick. They love feedback, guitar feedback. It makes everything feel pretty out of control.
Yeah.
And powerful. Like you're grabbing onto a fucking lightning bolt, you know what I mean? Which is about right for Saitama's power. He doesn't really understand where it comes from, and he beats everybody in one punch.
Yep.
Whether he wants to or not. Here's one simple note. I just wrote dance beats. They really like those dance beats.
They like the dance beats.
And I think they might overuse them for some songs, but, well, I don't know if Emily agrees with that or not.
I don't, because there was one song where you were like,
yeah, it was Moomin Rider's theme.
I don't like that they added the dance beat. And I was like, well, I liked it.
It was too much for that part. And
I mean, you think about it.
Moomin Rider's one of my favorite characters. It's also one of my favorite songs on this
OST. He's riding a bike, and he you hear that boom, 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 boom.
So you're thinking of fucking spin class when you think of Moomin Rider?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. I don't hear a whole lot of symbolism in this OST or like representation for situations or like in Erased. When she used the metal creaking that kind of represents the shed, there's not a whole lot of symbolism in here.
There's not. I didn't find that there was a lot of instrumentation that really offered symbolism, but I did find that there were some things like I want to say like mystery, one of the mystery or mysterious or something. There was some, I found some symbolism that I was like, okay. I
shouldn't say that there's none. It's just I didn't hear that much.
It was lacking in terms of symbolism, but I feel like this anime didn't really need a whole lot of symbolism.
It's not a deep anime,
personification.
That's for sure.
It's very lighthearted, very heavy, but lighthearted at the same time.
I was like, yeah, most of this music is pretty much just pure bad-assery. I'm a huge fan of the dubstep digital drum kits that they chose. Those were really cool sounding. And I'm pretty sure that's all my notes for that.
I said that I really liked the mixture of orchestral and rock that they included in this OST. It adds a good balance to keep it kind of like a classic OST for any genre, but they add in the rock and it keeps it very cohesive with the rest of like the opener and the themes and things like that. So I really enjoyed that.
It was also put together pretty well, like start to finish.
Yeah.
There's a couple songs that weren't, in the perfect order or whatever, but it didn't bother me that they weren't there because most of them were like the cheesy songs.
Yeah.
Or like comical dance. We hear that throughout the entire series.
But it's the last
But it's at the very
song.
end of the OST. But the rest of them all go in order pretty much of what happens in the season.
Right. Well, if you had let me finish my overall notes, I would have already said that.
Oh.
OST seems to go in order, which I love for this anime. Fucking asshole.
Yes, I am a big fucking asshole.
And I'm not done, so stop talking.
All right, keep going.
So there's also a lot of dramatic pause in a lot of these songs that I feel added a really nice and unexpected suspense. Although suspense is kind of a word that I wouldn't necessarily use because some of them it was very hard to know if the song was over or not because it would end on like a major chord.
Oh yeah, and then one song I actually paused. I actually paused because the way we had to listen to this
was dumb. Oh yeah, do you want to go over our whole shenanigans?
Yeah, let me talk about that before we get into the actual songs themselves. The audio quality of this OST was pretty dog shit on YouTube. The playlist for this that's in the show notes will be getting edited and updated over the course of the next week.
Yep.
Because we had to upload our own version of One Take Man 1, the first one. There is the second one on YouTube that's got pretty good quality. Somebody's uploaded that appropriately. We had to upload this ourselves because we couldn't find quality that was good enough. And I did leave a song there at the very bottom. If you want to compare, it is actually track 2 on the OST, but it's at the very bottom. So you can compare it with our version of track 2 to that version of track 2, and you can kind of hear what I mean. But yeah, this playlist is going to be updated because we're only allowed to upload 10
We're not big shots yet, so.
Yeah, we're only allowed to upload 10 videos a day to YouTube. I didn't know that, and I worked on it for hours yesterday trying to get 46 different videos finished and uploaded to YouTube. And it's like, oh, I tried to upload all 46 actually at once. And it was like, oh, you can only upload 15 at a time. And then I upload 15, and then it's like, oh, you can only upload 10 in a day because of your size of your YouTube. And I'm like, fuck you, man. Why did you tell me that first?
Yeah, YouTube is, I know that there's a lot of people who post on YouTube. So it is incredibly difficult to navigate YouTube because they don't tell you things up front. It is not until
You have to make a mistake first and learn
you
from
have
it.
to make a mistake and learn from it. So if they just told you the goddamn rules beforehand, the world would be such a better place.
Yeah, well, they didn't. And so we will be updating. I have the full playlist up there right now, but it still has, 35 songs-ish of the shitty quality. So I will upload the next 10 when my 24 hours has finished or has passed from the first 10 that I uploaded. And then we'll just remove 10 at a time and replace it with our own on the playlist. So if you see it kind of evolving over the course of the next week, that's why.
That's why. Yep. All right. Well, now that we've gotten our technical difficulties out of the way, if you didn't catch us on our Instagram, that is the reason why this episode is late, because we wanted to give you good quality shit, and YouTube was not giving us the quality that you deserve. So
That's right.
So we're a little late this week, and we apologize, but we're here and we're ready to talk about some motherfucking music.
Yes. So Emily, which one did you star? What was the first one you starred?
The first one I started was track number 4.
Okay. First one I starred
cyborg fight.
That's track number 5.
Sorry. Yeah, it is. Like I said, I misnumbered things. So
And I also starred that one. Not because of it's not my favorite song by any means, but it fits Genos really well.
it does. When we were watching this or rewatching this, Garrett had made the comment that he really liked that there was electronic music for the cyborg. But this song took it to a different level because they also added like vocals in the track, and I was like,
Yes.
so it adds the robotic electronic music, but it also adds these human vocals which keep it human, which I found really awesome. It's kind of like that symbolism that is lacking, but that was here on this track. It kind of kept it a good balance because he's a cyborg,
He's
not
still
a robot.
yeah, he's still human, even though he's
Right.
mostly metal.
Right.
I put so different, it was so fitting, and then I put ... sorta. Don't get caught off guard by the timbres themselves. It isn't the fanciest dubstep song.
No.
They could have done a little bit more with it. You have the 4 on the floor beat, and then I put thank you for adding the guitar, and the vocals are very nice. It also had a nice modulation mid-piece. So it did go somewhere, and it eased my way out of the... I was starting to get a little nitpicky, a little bit critical with it, just because it isn't the coolest dubstep I've ever heard. But they do throw in some extra stuff to make it better.
Yeah. You want to listen to that one?
Do you want to listen to that one?
Yeah, let's do it.
So you know how heavy hitting this one is. Let's listen to pretty much the few dubstep songs on here. Here it is, the Cyborg Fights.
And those vocals don't come in until a little bit later, too. I mean, I could still rave to this. Think about those finger gloves, how cool that would be really fast. Yeah.
It's a lot better sounding when you watch Genos fight.
Yeah. Way more badass.
And when he does those heroic landings and shit, and he fucking fires the incinerator thing out of his hand. But it's not the fanciest dubstep.
No.
And it needed all of this to mix it up.
Yeah. love that.
And that's a very cool modulation.
Oh, yeah. I dig it.
I love the outro there too.
I dig it.
So yeah, it gets way better. But at first I was like, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by how different the song is just from the first 5. Although I didn't just star 5, I starred 6 and 7, and then double starred 8. And
Double starred 8, huh?
I don't remember why, but I did double star 8 battle.
I did not start battle.
Why not? What the hell?
I don't know.
Why the hell not?
You know what? I don't know.
It's okay. I started for you.
Okay.
So I put 2 stars here.
Cool. Thanks.
Number 8, battle. I put oh hell yeah. Finally, some serious, full-on metal. I love that bass tone. Oh my God. Then we get into some heroic synth pop, a nice little guitar solo and bass solo, air quotes. Love the bridge section where everything kind of dies out a bit and then they bring it all back super fucking hard.
Yeah.
Can we listen to that one?
Sure.
Since I started for you?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Here you go.
Woo! My God. Could have been a part of the song. I said it's very fast-paced and very fitting for a battle scene, for these characters especially, since it is so badass. Those are my very generic notes.
It's okay. I'll forgive you.
Thanks. And this is definitely one that you'll hear frequently throughout the anime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that bass is
cool. And I love this breakdown section.
yeah. But there's quite a few songs that are similar to this, and the way that they did that after the breakdown, they do like
That silence.
where it's like almost it seems like it's about to go out of the song, and you're like, oh, we're okay, we came back around, got it.
Yeah, one song I paused because I thought it was over.
Yeah.
And then I hit play again and I was like, oh wait. It's
Well,
the same fucking song.
we had to go back and like go
And
back like
retake the
30
notes
seconds
just to hear
just to make
how
sure
it fit.
the transition.
Yeah. All right, what'd you start next?
I started Sonic, track 11.
Track 11?
Next.
Yeah, Sonic was pretty good.
I loved the track, and I loved that the guitars that I was like, I love the track. I was like, is it a loop? Are there 2 different guitars riffing together? Are they together? Is it the same? I don't know.
No, it's just
so
delay.
cool.
It's just a delay pedal. That's all it is. It's like what's that song? Was it by the Verve?
Which one?
Bittersweet Symphony.
Oh yeah,
Is that the Verve?
I think so.
Yeah, that song. That's the same kind of delay effect that we're looking at here. So yeah, let's play Sonic.
It almost sounds really like Chevelle. It sounds very Chevelle-like. Just in that one guitar. The other one, not so much.
I also love the percussion too because it throws some cool delay on it. We have delay on that guitar. It's like there's delay on everything.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like, I wanted to know if they looped the guitar that you're hearing on the left side and like played over it in this one, like kind of riffed over their own.
Yeah, just delay.
Because it's the same. They're not. The left guitar has not changed at all.
Oh, I know. Now it's changed.
Now it's changed.
And I think it's pretty fitting for Sonic too, because you kind of can't tell where he's at, and he's all glitchy around
Yeah.
you. You know, he's so fast. The only person that can really see him is Saitama.
Right. And it kind of has those dark elements.
One little piano hit here, that was cool.
Yeah.
Very fitting.
Very fitting.
Very fitting for him. I like that song. I did not star that one. I had number 12 starred and underlined, but not like my typical star. I wonder if it was because of the instrumentation that they used. Yeah, so I have, for number 12, is it Koa?
Mhm. Yeah.
The harpsichord with effects. That is a very, very interesting and cool timbre that they used. It just sounds like shit's about to go down. The villain is winning. It is chock full of fear and cowardice. Nice vocals. Very, very haunting. I like the phrasing from the harpsichord and the bass wobbles. I just thought it was a very interesting palette of sounds that they put for this song. And it fits. They make it work.
Yeah, I said it had like kind of the simplest of sound regarding fear, but they throw in the vocals that really added to the suspense and anxiety of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy the song. I didn't star it. The next one I starred wasn't until 18. But I liked a lot of the songs. Like I liked the next one. I liked Crisis. I liked Smash an Enemy.
Smash an
See
Enemy.
enemy.
Smash an Enemy. I had that one starred.
Yeah, I liked that one. That was super Saitama. Super Saitama. And then it got really chaotic and it came back around after the breakdown.
Well, can we play that one too? There's so many that we're going to play on this one. That one I mostly started this one for the speaker swap with the intro.
Yeah.
Where they pan it to either side, and it's hard panning too. So it's not coming out of the other speaker at all. Then they drop that shit really hard into both speakers. It comes at you fucking swinging. Like you just got punched in the face by Saitama. This song fucking rocks. Simple, air quote solo. Love the riff rock. And then back to the speaker swap. Nice bass phrasing.
Okay.
Yeah, let's play that one.
We can listen to Smash an Enemy.
Smash an Enemy. See an enemy.
Like super Saitama. That guitar is just representative for sure. I love this progression. I don't know what it is about it, but I love the progression.
I really want to know what equipment they're using. Guitar, bass, the amp combos that they're using. It's just such a tone that I strive for.
I want it.
I want it. That part's a little cheesy. And then it gets badass.
We're about to get into chaos.
And that glitchy percussion is very cool sounding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bass solo, baby.
I love this.
Feedback. Like, what the fuck was the point of the cheesy guitar solo before if you could do this the whole time? Like, most of the songs, not most, a ton of the songs on this OST get an A- or a B+ because it's fucking killer, fucking A+ the whole time. And then, wait, why did you do that? Why did you do that? For the split second that you did that, you took away from the song. In my opinion.
I don't know the reason for that, but I think I really liked this OST. It was really hard hitting. It was like a lot of rock songs, which I really liked. Sometimes when you get those OSTs that are like purely cinematic and orchestral, it can get very hard to listen to after a while.
Similar to Hunter x Hunters?
Yes, very similar to Hunter x Hunters, especially when they reuse themes like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
At least with this one, you know, you have the theme of One Punch Man and there's the different variations. You know, those were pretty in line with each other, but they were variated for different scenes and emotions and
they
things
did
like
they
that.
did a good job mixing them up too.
Yes. And not putting them one after the other. All four of the One Punch Man themes. Yeah. Fuck. Okay, so
the next one I had started was 18.
Yeah, I had 18 started as well.
I also liked how they transitioned between 18 and 19. Those two songs together, that was the right thing to do.
My note for 19 was bow down to the guitar.
Bow down to the guitar. What did I have for? I'm gonna read my notes for 18 first, and then 19. Nice phrasing for / chord progression. I don't hear so much sadness, more I'd never want this to happen again. Kind of a bit angry. I thought it was a weird way to end it on a major chord, and then I put, wait, that's not the end.
Hold on.
That was the one I had to pause.
That was the one we paused.
Sorrowful Revenge. This song is... It's just got really badass. You know, I love the trashy tone of the guitars. And then 19, this song feels musically really deep. Like kind of the Rise Against, you know, the band Rise Against.
Mm-hmm.
That guitar tone, that's kind of what it reminded me of. And I would put, whoa, that glitchy synth, what a crazy sounding lead guitar tone. I'm pretty sure that was the Jack White kind of tone, the super fuzzy guitar. Mm-hmm. We can listen to those if you want, or we can keep going.
Can I talk about my notes for 18?
For 18, yeah.
Yeah. So for Sorrow, I said the solo piano had a really simplistic progression, and then hot damn does it take a more anxious, sorrowy vibe. It's so passionate with that piano continuing on the same chords as the beginning, and then adding that rock over it. Because it starts like it's going to be a really sad piece, and then they add in like different instruments as the song goes on. And so I liked that the piano kind of held it out, and they basically like riffed over the piano. And then for inferiority, I said, of course, bow down to the guitar. Holy hell, this is awesome. The digital sound effects and the dirty guitar pair so well that it's almost overwhelming.
Yeah, it is two very cool pieces. I love them both. I had a lot starred on this. I had 21 and 22. I love this OST. There's just a lot to talk about.
I didn't star anything until 30. And then I started a lot more. Well, I guess I only started 30, 33, and 36 after that. So.
Do you want to listen to 18 and 19? Should we keep going?
I feel like 19 was awesome, but we've heard a lot of the hard-hitting stuff.
You're right.
So why don't we listen to 18?
Okay, yeah. Do the kind of the sad stuff?
Yeah, let's kind of give a little variety in terms of what we got. But right, we've all heard this progression before. This is a pretty standard issue sound, but they take it to a whole new level.
Yeah, they kill it. Very ambient kind of guitar.
Mm-hmm. piano is just setting up
Everything that's about to happen.
everything that's about to happen.
And that's where I thought it ended.
Yeah, because they pause it. But like they speed up the tempo.
Feedback. We're
Yeah.
going out of control here.
And I love that guitar is not very overwhelming over the piano, but you can hear it just enough, more out of the left ear than the right ear, because everything else is in the right ear.
Super fuzzy guitar.
Yeah. A lot of dramatic pauses in that song.
That fit very well. Yeah, they kind of draw you in with that silence.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with silence, too, it's a neat trick that musicians do, especially if you're a really good musician and know where to put it. When you play quieter or when you don't play at all, you really draw people in. It's like when I try to whisper to you or talk a little softer, and you like kind of have to lean in closer to the speakers to really understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
People lean in and then you smack them with some volume.
Schmack.
Just kind of like that. Cool. Well, yeah, that song kicks ass. Let's move forward. I had 21 and 22 starred, but we're not going to talk about them. We're going to keep on moving. So you didn't start anything till 30?
Till 30, yeah.
Okay. 30. I had also had 27 starred.
27, I was not even sure if it was a guitar. I was like, that guitar is tense as fuck, or at least I think it was a guitar. There's a lot of cool effects and distortion.
Yeah, they have that, again, that really fuzzy kind of Jack White tone on it. For 27, I put, yes, the production tricks. Chop it up. So cool. It brings energy to a riff in a different way. I was like, what effects were those? That dance beat again?
Oh, geez.
Great synth tone, though. Yeah, they use the dance beat a lot, and it's really high energy, but it's pretty simple for an energetic beat.
It is. But I don't think they wanted to make it super intricate because, you still have a scene to follow. So it's not like they could have done something like crazy. They didn't really need to do that.
And then I also had 30 starred, which was my favorite track on the whole thing.
Of course. But you judged it pretty hard.
Yeah, of course. This is an analysis podcast.
This one had an organ on it. I said, "Oh, okay, we get an organ for this one."
Yeah, they started bringing in the organ towards the end of the OST. Like even "Wet My Scales" number 33 had some really cool organ on it. And I think I actually like the organ. I mean, I like the organ in both. I just thought it was an interesting flavor to number 30. It fits super well for number 33.
Yes, which I definitely want to play 33 too. That one, I think that one was probably my favorite, and I've got and that was one that we both kind of heard the same tone on.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's do 30 and 33.
Okay.
Cool. Here is 30. Justice Rider coming at you.
I said with a funky guitar, and then it almost turns into a ballad, and the drums kill it for the breakdown. Song so funky, my overall strap just fell off of my shoulder.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's
Dirty.
Such a drastic change.
But see, it turns into a goddamn ballad here.
Yeah, very Jason Becker kind of ballad. And then with the dance beat and the bells.
Yeah.
thought that this drum beat right here took away from the rest of it, to be honest.
It does. I agree with you. The drum beat is a little much here. It's just a little hard hitting for like over that guitar.
Too much fucking snare. It's too much.
Your face was maniacal.
So are the drums. But yeah, that is still probably my favorite song in this whole OST. It's just too, it does so much. It's got really interesting timbres. I love how you talked about this could be a song that people do. What is that? What is that sport? Spin class.
Oh.
Not a sport.
I was like, I didn't talk about sports.
It was spin class. They could totally spin to that motherfucker.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's play Wet My Scales.
So my pre-thought for this, because we paused because it was right after one of the guitar bridges. And so my pre-thought was dirty. Wet my scales?
Wet my scales.
Please. I said, oh my holy hell, let's rage, bitches. Well, this song has the craziest of combined instrumentation. And then I said, whoa, I'm thinking Death Glock's next cover. Oh yeah. How y'all feel about a Metalocalypse episode?
Yeah, I put, that's the one we looked at each other. We had the same note. I was like, the organ, hell yes. I love the effects. That guitar has such dissonance, such dissonance from the strings. I want Death Clock to sing on this. Such bad-assery. I love the rhythmic outro.
Yeah, I told Garrett, I looked at him and I read my notes and he's like, and he picked up his notes and he read to me. I was like, what?
Yeah, we both want a Death Clock. Because it sounds like, what is that, Into the Water or something?
Yeah.
Out of the Water.
Yeah, which is one of my
quite sound like that,
which
but
is one of my favorite Death Clock songs.
It could definitely be a Death Clock song.
So please let us know in your DMs if you want a Metalocalypse episode, because I am so down. I love Metalocalypse. I crave watching it. Like there are days where I'm like, can we please watch it?
Or if you're the voice actor who plays the lead singer for Death Clock, it would be awesome if you could just make some lyrics over the top of this song.
That would be fucking cool. If you happen to find this episode, and because we're gonna tag Death Clock in our tag.
Oh, we definitely are tagging Death Clock. Cool. Well, let's play it.
Yeah. That's how I imagine that we'd enter the song with lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
The song is super dirty.
So dark.
Like that? Like what? Beautiful.
That's disgusting.
That organ is so fitting too. So fitting. Yeah, favorite track off the album by far.
This one's yours?
Yeah. I had the most notes for this one too.
Those drums. Yes, fucking please.
Yep, I'm here for that song.
I know that that's for the Deep Seeking, that episode, or those two episodes. That's one of my favorite episodes. I love the Deep Seeking.
Wait. So, what is your favorite villain fight?
Probably Deep Seeking.
Is that your favorite out of all of them?
Yeah, I mean,
in season 1.
I liked the spaceship one. Lord Boros, I think is what his name was.
Yeah.
he was a cool villain, but I think
there wasn't really much to him. Like, he just thought he was the strongest person.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was the strongest one that Saitama fought. I love the whole play of events, like when he gets on the spaceship and he gets lost and stuff. It's fucking funny.
Yeah.
So that one, towards the end, that's where all of my favorite ones got. There were really funny things. I just love this fucking show. This whole show was really good. It's very, very well done.
You want to know what my favorite fight was?
What?
One of the first ones, actually.
Yeah, who?
The very first fight that made Saitama turn into a superhero with Crabman.
With the Crabman?
Yeah.
When he like rips out his eyeball?
Yes. I don't know why that one got me.
That one's pretty fucking brutal.
It's brutal, and I just love that the whole setup. Like, that was the reason that he was, and like his sense of humor never changes. So before he was a superhero to now, his humor has not changed. He's like, I'm just a businessman looking for a motherfucking job. Like, what the fuck? Get out of my way. I don't care.
I just got declined from every job interview so far. And the Crabman's like, oh, you're having as shitty of a day as I am.
I'm going to let you go. And then he ends up killing him later.
Yep.
Okay, so I did like Spaceship. I really liked the low string section and the huge dynamic crescendo. And of course, cinematic spaceship pulses with the orchestra was beautiful.
The sub-stingers and stuff.
Yeah. It's the same with track 35, Dark Energy. I loved the pulses from what you called the whale pads.
Yeah, those whale kind of sounding pads.
Yeah, but I starred track 36, The Ruler.
I didn't start anything until 39.
Oh, I didn't star 39. I didn't even have any notes that are worth even talking about.
Were you done taking notes at this point?
No, because I mean, I took notes. I have quite a bit for Towards the Sunset, but the Ruler, I said, for this epic fight scene and this villain who came in on a spaceship, it's perfect. I love the ending of this song. It just had out of all the music for Boros, this one was my favorite.
Yeah, the outro for number 36, The Ruler, was so fucking good.
That was so good.
I had to double underline that.
Yeah.
And number 35, Dark Energy, I liked it too because it kind of, like the Hero organization. What's the title of that song?
Is it
Hero Society?
Hero Society.
Hero Society.
Yeah.
Like Hero Society, it gets pretty kind of militaristic. You got that marching snare and that kind of like that marching forward sort of energy. And Hero Society is obviously the badass heroes, where Dark Energy is the alien military that's coming in to take out planet Earth. So I thought that was pretty fitting, and I love the horns. The orchestral hits were good. The ruler was really good. And then you get down to number 39, actually 38, Hurry Call. I love that song too. The synth bass is really good on that. And again, with those orchestra hits, definite sense of urgency from that. And then they have these really dramatic, kind of violent almost crescendos.
Yes. Yeah, I liked the use of dynamics in this OST. It was very cinematic, very impactful, intense. Because when they include the dynamics, it's not like a slow progression to high or low. It is, we're getting there fast. We're starting you low and then woo.
Yeah, it is a violent crescendo. Almost like they didn't really crescendo. It's just like
they just
smack you with it. Yeah. You know? It's pretty cool. And then 39, I had star-ish. So I ish started.
Ish.
It's got aggressive percussion. The guitar follows. It's got interesting phrasing for the strings. And I'm glad they went with real drums on this instead of the dancey kind of digital drums. It made more sense. The bass is cool. It's got this really fitting motif for the S-Class Warriors. And it has an awesome build. It just really kind of fires up your adrenaline a lot. So...
yeah, I really liked the string section in track 38, Hurry Call. And then I felt like the strings kind of represented the hurry. And then the rest of the instruments are kind of like the thought process of while you're hurrying.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that.
I pretty much didn't start anything after that. Comical Dance is probably the most recognizable satire song throughout this whole OST. That's number 43.
Yeah, that was super funky.
Super funky. And I was like, my notes for that one was, we know this song. It's the OK Face.
Mm-hmm.
This song has some 70s porn funk. I dig it.
Yeah.
I was like, this needs to be cheesy, but it has less cheese than some of the other songs on this OST. Like the day songs. It's not One Day. Or maybe One Day is the version of it. It's got pretty cheesy too.
The CGHG was cheesy.
Oh, CGHG.
That sounded
really
like
bad.
a fucking carnival or a skit. It wasn't really cohesive, but it fits the characters, so it works.
And then the last song before you get into the last two songs are the ending songs for the anime, but number 44 is the last song for the OST. It's called Saitama's Blues, and they really capture some of his sorrow in this. He's always missing that sale, or his house is destroyed, or shit just really never goes his way.
He just can't stick with his normal routine because all the things.
I love the distorted harmonica on that. That was super cool.
Oh yeah, I said so bluesy. Was expecting a more sad theme.
It's not that sad.
But it's more than that, and it also has like some very routine blues progressions.
It does. It's got a really cool hook though. That wasn't the most bluesy hook,
right?
Chord progression wise, but it hits pretty good. This guitar kicks ass. It's got a bit of soul in it too.
Yeah. Something I did recognize throughout this one is that they didn't really highlight the horn section too often, but I felt that it was kind of highlighted in track 42 towards the sunset.
Oh yeah. Except those were fake horns.
Right. I know. But that's what I'm saying is that that's the only time that they really highlighted the horns, and it was digital.
They had a couple where like the French horns stand out a bit, but yeah, if you have a real horn section, I don't know why, unless they were just trying to capture the extra cheese that the situation was.
Well, I mean, it's like towards the sunset. I'm sure it's like, after you finish the fight and you're walking away. This one also had an organ on it, and then it goes into like a Latin vibe. It was so strange. I dug the funky bass though, and then it slowed down at the end, which I felt like that song needed to add a little texture to it.
Yeah, it needed something. That wasn't one of my favorites.
It wasn't one of my favorites, but I did write quite a few notes, which is,
I was disappointed.
Worth highlighting.
I was disappointed in the synth horns. If they weren't synth, they sound very synthesized. I'm pretty sure they were.
Robots playing horns over there.
Goddamn robots.
Well, I think that
wraps it up for the OST.
fucks with the OST.
It fucks with it?
It fucks with it.
I fucks with
We
it. It's a
fucks
great
with it.
OST.
Yeah. Well, then I think it's time to get on to fun shit you should know. Here's some fun shit you should know. Saitama is seemingly based on Anpan Man, but it's not
Anpan
confirmed.
Man?
Yeah, it's like a very long cartoon, Japanese cartoon. But he wears
I've never heard of it.
He wears like a cape, but his whole aesthetic is reversed of Saitama. So instead of the yellow with the red, it's red with the yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When One Punch Man first got published as a free webcomic, of course, the creator also illustrated it with the most simplistic illustrations you could possibly find. It was very super simple. And in the anime, when Saitama says his famous okay after the fight with Boros, this is a nod to his simple drawing style that he used. So all of those times where his face got like kind of like dumbed down.
Extra cartoony.
Yeah, that was basically a nod to the original webcomic.
Yeah, I love the different levels of animation that they have in this anime.
It goes from very childish, almost like hand-drawn, to incredibly epic with some of the fights, especially when you've got speed involved and you've got explosions and shit like that. So this one's my favorite one you should know because I didn't know it before going into this. But Saitama is inadvertently the reason the Hero Association was founded. So we talked about Crabman already, but the bald-chinned kid who Saitama saved from him, his grandfather Agoni is a millionaire and founded the association because Saitama protected his grandson, and therefore he is the reason, without even knowing, that the Hero Association even exists.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. The irony.
The irony. So, had it not been for him saving that goddamn kid, he probably would have a little more of a normal life.
That's right. Well, I think that's it.
That does it.
That does it. And we have to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, the new and improved steroid on the market, Biceps King, is now FDA approved, and it is ready for your consumption. If you want to turn into a giant fucking muscle man with a weird skull thing on your head, drink some Biceps King.
It's good for your health.
Now at your local GNC.
Plants love it. They crave it.
It's what plants crave. Okay, Emily, take us on out of here.
My beautiful souls of the anime community and the music community, and if you just happen to stumble here and you stayed all the way through, we absolutely love you. And whether you are taking us with you for the ride or you're chilling in your own BBC, we are absolutely fucking thrilled to be sharing our love of music and anime and sound effects and everything else in between with you.
That's right. And if you could just do a couple more things for us.
Like a lot more things, actually.
Like a lot more things. If you're not already a follower of our Instagram page, go head on over to our Instagram. Give us a follow. Send us a message. Engage with us. We want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. We are mostly nice people.
For the most part.
Yeah, I think we're pretty nice.
I'm kind of a bitch sometimes.
Emily's, she's got this other persona called Bitch Emily. And that comes out pretty frequently. I know. I noticed this.
We notice.
We notice. I've been hanging out with her for too long to not see it. So, yes, please get engaged with us on Instagram. We would love to hear from you. If you're a musician, we'll share your shit. If you're an artist, it doesn't matter what level. Again, musician too, any kind of artist, we will share your shit. We love seeing what you guys are creating.
We want to support you.
And everybody's been a beginner at one point.
One time?
I meant point and time. That came out all at the same time.
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't matter what level you're at. Send it to us. We'd like to share it. If you're comfortable with it, it's kind of a way that we all get to hold each other accountable, so we all become better artists, better people.
And Instagram's kind of the only way that you're going to be able to win this contest. So definitely follow us on Instagram for a chance to win that $20 gift card.
That's right. Whoever gets the answer correct, you will be put into essentially a raffle. You have to get it correct in order to get into the raffle. So we will announce the winner for that on Wednesday of next week. What is that? The 7th?
The 7th.
July 7th.
Yes.
Yeah. So anything else that you could think of, Emily? Oh yeah, I actually just thought of something. Down in the show notes, don't forget to click the playlist for the YouTube playlist for this episode. We also have our Etsy shop.
Yeah, it's my birthday in like less than a month. So go buy some of our shit for my birthday.
I feel like you're going to say that for the next 4 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's her birthday for the next month until it's her birthday.
And then that month is also my birthday.
Yeah, exactly. So you heard the lady. Go check out our Etsy shop. There's also a little donate button down at the bottom. So if you're feeling extra generous and you want to support the show, you can click on that link down there. Also, go check out our YouTube channel. We're going to have some more videos coming up here soon, but we do have our very light anime meditation station that will eventually become a live stream, 24/7 live stream that you can listen to. You can study, you can clean, you can do all kinds of shit to this music. It's just kind of background music, and there are going to be a bunch of different genres of this background music. Anything from like lo-fi to classical to even acoustic guitar. So yeah, go check out our YouTube channel.
And in case you haven't seen One Punch Man and we just ruined it all for you, but now you actually really want to watch it.
I don't think we even ruined it at all. There's so much to One Punch Man.
You're right. You can stream it on Hulu, Netflix, Crunchyroll, and then if you don't have any of those, you can rent it off of Amazon Prime. You can go on Apple TV. all the streaming sites pretty much have it. So go check it out.
And last thing that I'm going to say here, if you do have Hulu, please let us know. Like, send us a message on Instagram. I have Hulu. Simple as that. And what we're going to start doing is we're going to have some watch parties for different anime on Hulu. If it's on Hulu, we will watch it there. So we can watch it and react to it with you guys.
Yeah.
The first one that we're going to do this with, now I'm not sure which episodes we're going to do this with because we do have to get caught up on it. I'm probably going to save that watch party for the last episode, maybe the last 3. But Death Note. We are in the middle of Death Note right now. And I haven't seen past like episode 10. And it's been years since I've seen up to episode 10. So this is all becoming a huge, huge refresher. Like, I haven't seen the anime before. That's how much I've forgotten it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched Death Note.
So if you would like to join us in a watch party, we will announce what time we are going to do it in the week. And we'll probably put it in our bio.
Yeah.
What time we're going to do the watch party. And if we can, we'll leave a link in our link tree. That way you can just click on it at the right time and you can join us on Hulu and react and chit chat and all kinds of shit in real time as we're watching the anime.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's
going to be fun. We've been trying to figure out a time to do this, and there is no good time, so we're just going to do it.
Yeah, we're just going to start. That's the best time.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, I think that about wraps it up.
Yes, it does.
You wonderful people have a fucking great weekend. Like,
yes.
Enjoy your 4th of July
Happy fucking
weekend.
4th of July. I totally forgot.
Yeah, we're gonna be going to a boat party tomorrow.
Oh yeah, getting drunk as fuck.
My son is out of town this weekend. It's his birthday tomorrow.
And I was supposed to have a show, and I injured my fucking hand.
And Garrett injured himself. So we are gonna get to go on a boat with our friends and drink and have fun. And I hope that you guys are doing something equally, if not more fun.
That's right. So happy 4th of July, everybody. And tune in next
week. For our
week.
United States friends.
Yeah.
Because that's the only place it actually means anything.
Yeah, it's whatever. Tune in next week for another episode of
The Anime Noise.
The Anime Noise. God, you're fucking weird. We love you all.
Love you.
Bye.
This has been a Beanbag Chair Media production.